Happy Friday, friends. We did it. We've made it to the end of the week. Unless you're like me and you work on the weekends, then congratulations. You only have a couple hours, or maybe not even, depending on what coast you're on, left in your weekday. Soak it all in, live it all up, slay it all out. What? She just makes shit up sometimes. It's so funny. Anytime I wear the shirt, it looks like I didn't change out of my sleep shirt, but this is a shirt that I put on at 7 a.m. this morning when I put on my clothes. I put on this shirt on purpose today. It was so big. Runaway train never coming back. Wrong way on the one-way track. Why am I singing that right now? Soul Asylum, baby. And I got soul. But I'm not a soldier. That's the Killers. But just as a soul. Okay. Anyway, we're here. We're queer. Get used to it. Listen, a lot's gone on in the last day, and a lot of it is not so good. Some of it's okay. Some of it is not. On the good note, on a positive note, Ozark dropped its part one of its fourth and final season. Kind of doing what the Breaking Bad did with the 5A and B. I think that's probably because of contract purposes. Could have been because of COVID purposes. But we got a ton of new Ozark. I think it's 7 episodes that we got. And I am on the third one right now. I'm going to run train on Ozark. That does not mean what I think it means. I'm going to binge the fuck out of Ozark. I love this show. It is, to me, if not one of the best shows that in the last 5 years. I think it is so fucking good. So I'm going to be watching Ozark. I've got thoughts on that. We had a couple deaths happen. And it's weird to talk about these deaths back to back, and we'll discuss why. But both Louie Anderson and Meatloaf died today. Louie died of blood cancer, and Meatloaf died of COVID after being a very passionate anti-vaxxer. We'll break all that down. There was an update in the Gabby Petito case, which apparently, coming from the FBI, says that Brian Laundrie's journal was found near his body, and in the journal, and we haven't seen the contents of this, he admits to her murder. Also, his family has spoken out about it now, saying that it does seem as if that confirms it, although I don't think it's a doubt in anybody's mind what happened there. And yeah, we'll be discussing it all here live at the Roxy. So send in questions, comments, concerns. I'm not here for very long today as I have a big World Goals meeting. Guys, we are meeting every hour of every day. There's not been a day we haven't met in months. I feel like in the last 2 months, it's been like nuts. Getting prepped for the podcast that we're going to be doing on Monday, the live taping for our patrons. People who are not patrons, I don't think will hear it for a few weeks, but patrons will. So that's patreon.com/theworldgirls. Check that out. That's the $10 tier if you want the live taping of the podcast. We got some information that's causing us to have to shift a few things. So we are majorly working and redlining on that. And yeah. So I definitely have things to say today, and I want to know what you guys have to say. Streamlabs in, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Send that support. It's Friday. Got to get down on Friday. And I appreciate all of you guys. We are 3 weeks into this new year, and we are doing it. We're doing the damn thing. Some better than others, but all of us trying, because if you were not trying, you would not be here. So let me start in the Streamlabs, say hi to you guys, and then get into some of the deaths that took place. I probably will end with Ozark, so we don't have to end on a sad note. But that's just my thought process right now, letting you guys in on it. Today is January 21st, which means our Streamlabs, our only Streamlabs that have come through so far from the Zen one himself, Zen Glenn Caesar. He Streamlabbed in a couple hours ago. He said Good Friday and wished us well. He said, I did a good job on OSA today. I love doing that show with DJ. We talked very in depth about Peacemaker and Mandalorian in 2022 and our things that we're looking forward to the most. I can talk a little bit about that this week too on things I'm looking forward to in 2022, but it was a good show. Then he's saying good stuff to me and my family and telling us to be excellent to ourselves. And he's asking how I am. I am good enough. Good enough. Really took a second to think about that. And then he hopes that I feel good and that I'm the best. I'm number one. I'm marvelous. He says that we imagine lots of golden sparkles of love flowing in our chest and throats area as we breathe in. No, that was bad. Do you guys hear that? Someone needs to blow their nose. And breathe out. Yucky energies. Hope lots of yellow sparkles and green sparkles fill Roxy, me, and the rock stars for happiness, joy, and healing. By the way, Roxy, just to clarify, I meant to say on this OSA today. Oh, I know. I knew what you meant. You said good job on OSA today. I got it. Season 2 of Superman and Lois has already had 2 episodes since the premiere. Whoa. Oh, that's what you meant to say on OSA. Damn, I'm 2 episodes behind. Next episode is episode 3. I also forgot that the new season dropped a couple of weeks ago. I had to watch on the CW app. Ugh. I'm not because I don't like the show. I do like the show and I want to see it. It's just the years start coming and they don't stop coming. That's how I feel. The TV shows start coming and they don't stop coming. And now, 2 episodes into Yellow Jackets. I'm 3 episodes into Ozark. I'm binging both of those. I got to watch Superman and Lois. There's all my other shows that I'm watching right now, which consists of a ton of fucking shit. Let's see. What am I watching? I just finished Too Hot to Handle, as you guys know. So that's off my plate. Grey's Anatomy, I can't tell what they're doing. Sometimes they're on, sometimes they're off. I'm watching Boba Fett. I'm watching Peacemaker. I am watching Over You. That was me just saying I'm watching Over You guys. I'm watching Queens, which is that ABC show. I am watching And Just Like That, which is the HBO Max Sex and the City show. I just finished Station 11. That was quite the binge. And watching How I Met Your Father. And it's just like a lot of, I need to binge Dexter New Blood, which I only saw the first one of. And now that I'm watching Yellow Jackets, so I have Showtime. So I got to get into that. It's just places to go, people to see. It's a lot of shit. What are you guys watching? Streamlabs in. I need you guys to send in the positivity today because we got some shit to talk about. So send them in. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I would love to hear from you guys. Let's start with talking about Louie Anderson. This sucks. Cancer sucks. It sucks that people in 2022 are dying from cancer. It sucks that people who have made us laugh our whole lives are dying from such fucked up, sad diseases. And I'm really sad that he passed. I am grateful that there are so many hours of things to watch of his. And, I'm sure you guys like me will be doing so with Baskets and the Louie Show and Life with Louie and all of the things that he's been in coming to America. He was only in his 60s, and that used to be something different. But now, like my dad's in his 60s. A lot of you guys are in your 60s, or your parents are in their 60s, or you're friends with people in their 60s. 60s is young as fuck. And that just sucks. It sucks. I was watching a bunch of stand-up of his today, and he was talking about how he's one of 11 kids, and then out loud he said that. I go, wow. And then he goes, and all women always, anytime I say that, they say wow. And I was like, I just fucking did that. He has such great timing and a great way of understanding the audience, and I love hearing about his journey, and I'm bummed that he's off the planet. How do you guys feel? What's your favorite Louie Anderson scenes, moments, movies, shows, memories, stand-ups? What do you think of when you think of Louie? What's the first thing that pops in your head? Send in that love and support, and let's remember Louie together. Looking at his most recent credits: Search Party, so fucking good. Baskets. Wow. He did several 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes of Search Party. Crazy. An episode of the show Joey. That's wild. I don't remember. I have to go watch a lot of different shows. Scrubs, where he popped into. Yeah. Yeah. So just thinking about him. So what a joy. And just like a ball of sunshine. You guys are talking about Family Feud, Louie Anderson's animated show, Life with Louie. Yeah, Coming to America for Louie. And he also had that animated show. Yep. Yeah. A lot of you guys are on the same page as me and have the same memories that I do. So rest in peace to Jesus Christ, to Louie Anderson. I didn't finish my sentence, so it doesn't count. Let me have it. I'm a little brain dead after not sleeping last night. The weird thing about Louie Anderson dying today is it's always strange when two very big celebrities die on the same day. And Meatloaf is a massive, massive celebrity as well. And he's somebody who we've bopped our heads to, or I've bopped my head to 5,000 times and was such a huge fan of. In the past year, I've been really down on Meatloaf. I think I've even been down on him on this show, but he has been incredibly vocal about his unwillingness to get vaccinated. And I remember last year he said, "If I die, I die, but I'm not going to be controlled." And remember he had set a concert and he wouldn't do it if they were requiring vaccinations or testings at the door. He was really, really vocal about hating the vaccine and the implementation of the vaccine and being anti-vax and uh, anti doing concerts for people who couldn't go if they weren't vaxxed. And then he died of COVID. And it makes this conversation uncomfortable because while I have so much love for Meatloaf and all of the incredible moments because his music really had something special. And it was always like bright and it always got me going and in my happy place. And then I was so fucking mad at him and frustrated this year. And then he said, "If I die, I die, but I will not be controlled." And then he died. And we don't know what would have happened, but had he been vaccinated, the situation could have certainly been very different. And so it's upsetting when people are dying from cancer, which is not preventable in many cases. And then there are people dying from COVID, which is preventable in many cases. So when we're talking about Louie Anderson and then we're talking about Meatloaf, it's uncomfortable talking about them back to back because while it is sad that Meatloaf is dead, it's different than dying from cancer. It feels, it's a weird thing to discuss. I saw at Not Hoodlum tweeted and said, "Outspoken vaccine critic and skeptic Meatloaf has died of COVID. We finally figured out what he wouldn't do for love: get vaccinated." And that kind of upset me too because I'm like, I don't think this is the time to make jokes about, because obviously that's one of his most famous songs, but I won't do that. And it's just fucking gutting. It's gutting that people are letting their stubbornness or whatever it is take over. And then he fucking died. So may he rest in peace. And I'm so bummed that this is what happened. That's fucking awful. I'm not going to make jokes about it because a man lost his life, no matter what his beliefs were. But it's just, what a bummer. So those are my thoughts on Meatloaf. What do you guys think? Talk to me about Louie and Meatloaf and all those really not super fun deaths that have happened in the last 24 hours. While we're here in this not so fun place, we have that Gabby Petito update that we'll talk about. But first and foremost, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Jimmy Nail says his name was Robert Paulson. His name was Robert Paulson. His name was Robert Paulson. 10 points to anyone who can name the movie. I know the movie. I don't want to say it out loud because then nobody else gets 10 points, but I know what it is. And I know the rules of this movie. That was me just letting you know that I know. Amber Coates says in the streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Lots of love, Roxy. Thanks, Amber Babe. Thanks for this big support. It's a good day. I'm out of the boot. Fuck yeah. And in a brace. That's awesome. And I'm about to host and produce a fundraiser for Chris Adams. Can't complain. That's so great. Thanks, Amber, for letting us know. Let us know the deets on that. And thanks for being here and for your support in here. Jimmy Nails in the Streamlabs also says streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I'm sad about Meatloaf. He played in multiple movies that changed my life. I played his character in our local Rocky Horror Shadow cast for 15 years. Formed the man I am today. See, that's what I'm saying, Jimmy. It's like heartbreaking because I think we all love Meatloaf's art. But when you hear somebody's an anti-vaxxer, it clouds my judgment on them. And rightfully so, you're allowed to feel ways about somebody based on their opinions. This isn't feeling a way on somebody based on how they look or how they were born. This is somebody's opinion. And you're allowed to judge people based on their opinions. And it was all well and good all year while I was shitting on Meatloaf's opinions, but then he fucking died. And it's like, ugh. But yeah, I could see you definitely having a hard time with this. I'm sorry, Jimmy. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs says, I don't know about you, Roxy, and or the Rockstars, but I'm thoroughly entertained by the opening intro to Peacemaker. It's the best intro of any show ever. It always makes me laugh. My brother told me it's this like Norwegian band that they found randomly. So good. I kind of want to see an extended version of YouTube or making of show. It's just laugh my ass off. I know. It is so fucking good. Thank you for sending in that positivity today. We need it. Everybody send in things that you love. That's what I want to hear. But definitely it's super great. It's a super great intro. Jimmy says agreed. I didn't know that about him before today. Yeah, fuck, I know. Jake says the 24-hour fundraiser for Chris Adams will be on the A Fans View YouTube channel for anyone wondering. Thanks for letting us know, Jake. Appreciate that update. All right, let's get to this Gabby Petito story. Her poor fucking family, like, even more news coming out. It's so hard to heal and so disgusting what happened. And we all already know that Brian did it, but I'm sure they wanted to hear him admit those words. And now it's in a journal, and maybe that gives him some closure, or maybe it's just reopening wounds. The FBI put out a statement. This is what the statement said. All logical investigative steps have been concluded in this case. The investigation did not identify any other individuals other than Brian Laundrie directly involved in the tragic death of Gabby Petito. The FBI's primary focus throughout the investigation was to bring justice to Gabby and her family. The public's role in helping us in this endeavor was invaluable, and the investigation was covered in the media around the world. On behalf of the FBI, I want to express my deepest appreciation to the public for the thousands of tips that were provided during the investigation, and to our local, state, and federal law enforcement partners for their work throughout the investigation. So that's what they said. A lot of people were upset that Brian's family was not charged with anything, as they have been skeptical of their involvement. And then the journal was specifically referenced, or the notebook, it says from FBI, they said, upon further search of the area, investigators found human remains later confirmed to be Mr. Laundrie's, along with a backpack, notebook, and a revolver. And in the notebook, I guess this is where, and I don't know what the verbiage was, but where they believe that where they said that he referenced killing her. Also, the timeline, they were able to figure out the time that she died and the text from her phone, and able to figure out that he had been sending those texts from her phone to make it look like she was still alive, to throw off the investigation. So, just fucking horrible. All around horrible. It's just awful. So that's the update. I know that we were talking about this story for a long time, so I just wanted to give you that to you guys. I'm guessing that's probably one of the last updates, unless the notebook pages are released or whatnot. And I think that if his parents did try to help him escape and they really did know where he was and they were covering that up to the police, then even though it's their son, and I can't understand what it's like to have a kid who has done something like this and what I would do, they definitely should be charged with, I don't know what that would be, aiding and abetting or something along those lines. This is not my genius, so I don't know, but sounds like that's not what's happening. So what do you guys think? Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, super chat in. Should we talk about something a little more positive, y'all, before we get out of here? Is anybody into that? Because it's been a lot of death on the show today, and I think we could switch it up. So Streamlabs in some more positive things. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, and I'm definitely going to be talking about Ozark. Christian Hardesty in the Streamlabs, he just sent support. He didn't say anything. He just sent support, which I really appreciate because it means the world to me, and I need it, and I love it, and I gotta have it. Please, let's get positivity. Okay, so for you guys at home, I'm not going to spoil anything, obviously. Ozark dropped last night. I'm not fucking crazy. A little out, but not that crazy. Ozark's part 1 of season 4 dropped last night. Who is intending on watching it? Send bunnies if you are going to watch Ozark this season. I want to hear from you guys. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer and let me know your thoughts. Not a spoiler free again, but send bunnies if you're going to watch Ozark. So far, I have seen some mediocre reviews. I think it's really good. I think that this show is as good as Breaking Bad. I know that that is flooring to people, but I think that this show is fucking fantastic. The character development on this show is so unbelievable. The performances, I feel like I'm hanging on people's every word, and I can't wait to binge it all. It skipped in line. Like, I was watching Yellow Jackets, which, by the way, I really like the first 2 episodes. They're very strong. But I was watching it, and then all of a sudden I saw a tweet on my phone that this had dropped, and I was like, oh, I have to pause Yellow Jackets. I'm going to watch Ozark. Now, obviously, I've had allegiance to Ozark for way longer, but I couldn't even continue what I was watching, which was great because I had to fucking start watching Ozark. It's just so good. Does anybody agree? Do you guys think it's one of the best shows on TV? Joseph Ashley's watching. Matt Link is watching. Jimmy Nails is watching. Aaron Hall is watching. Let's see. Anybody else watching? None of you guys are. That's it for watching Ozark. Andrew W says I'm 3 seasons behind. It's quite a bit behind. Glenn Caesar's watching. It's really good. Brittany Parker. Aaron Hall says totally agree. It deserves more flowers, and it gets some, but it deserves more. It's really, really fucking good. So we're definitely gonna be talking about it on this show. Maybe this will be the first one I just drop a straight review to. I'm hoping to have it finished by. There's only 7 episodes. I'm on the 3rd one. I'm hoping to have this finished by next week, but maybe even Sunday. But maybe next week. Depends on if I start doing Yellow Jackets and this back and forth, or if I pause to watch something else. But I really want to barrel on through. It's so fucking good. Oh, Brittany Parker says she's always thought it's overrated. Listen, that's how I felt about Station 11 as I just binged it. It happens sometimes. Sometimes we don't connect to certain things. And I get it. And there are some knocks on the show. Like many shows, this being a knock, there is clearly not enough diversity on the show. There is some, but not enough. And but subject matter wise, I'm super interested in money laundering, drug busts, all that shit. So this is like a Sopranos, Breaking Bad in those veins, and I think it's really fucking good. Oh, Brittany says, I think it's getting all the flowers, Rocks. LOL, I haven't heard a single person say it's bad. This season, I've been hearing reviews saying that they're not liking the first episode and that they think there's a lot of missed opportunities. So maybe you and I are on different Twitters, which sometimes happens. Okay. We are getting out of here. So send in any last minute questions, comments, concerns, support, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Glenn Caesar in the house says, thank you, Roxy and Rockstars and everyone who is battling for choosing to. Thanks for showing up, being a support for people around you whenever, however you can. Light a candle. Doing so, even when it's rough, makes you a winner. When you win, we all win. I hope you remember to say to yourself, I'm kind, I'm caring, I'm fully unique, I'm good people. I'm worthy. My story is important, so it's to be seen and heard. Being kind, caring, and fully unique makes you and I humane, worthy, and a cozy fire to be near. I agree. I'm on fire up in here. Jake Yakavetta. Snaps for Jake. When Jake shows up, he shows up big. Jake tends to always show up. Finally watched Only Murders in the Building. I was really surprised that Selena Gomez was a standout. And she was great, right? She was very understated and just she pulled out a hell of a performance. I'm definitely watching Ozark this weekend. I'm going to try to finish it too. I'll also drop the fundraiser stream link near the end of the stream. It'll be on at some point. I'll be on it at some point tonight. That is so great. Thanks, Jake. I don't even know, what are we raising money for? I'm probably really out of the loop on that. Sorry to ask if that's insensitive. But tell me what exactly the fundraiser is for. Would love to hear. Yeah, Only Murders in the Building was awesome. Selena's fucking awesome. Oh, medical bills. Okay, thanks, Jake. It's medical bills. Well, that is something that's definitely worthy of raising money for. The lack of medical coverage in this fucking country is so egregious. I've been needing to go see a doctor for a long time, but in order to go see a doctor, I need insurance to clear me going to my primary care, and then my primary care needs to recommend the specialist, and then that needs to get cleared by insurance, and then I can go to the specialist. So it's just like jumping through so many hoops just to go see a doctor that I need to see, and it's just fucking frustrating. Anyway, this is not about me. I'm just saying that as somebody who spent a month in the hospital and never was able to pay off her medical bills, and it fucked up my credit for so long, I know how bad medical bills can fuck with you. And it's, that's like such a great reason to help support somebody. That's what it should be saved for. So support Chris Adams' medical bills if you guys can. And that fundraiser, I think you said it's on a certain point of view. And I'm going to get out of here. So much love. Stay safe, stay sane. Put down the toilet seat. And we don't want those flumes. Don't turn over the Holocaust. Make your bed. Brett Miles Jonathan arrests the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. Another shout out to Glenn Caesar, who says, I see you. I see you too. I hope you live in serenity and actually get to see and feel, perceive, and infuse the yellow-colored and green-colored energies and happiness and joy manifesting your day-to-day life today, tomorrow, and beyond, always and in all ways. Where is Sir Joker? We miss him. A fan's view, not certain point of view. Sorry, my bad. A lot going on up here, y'all. A lot going on. Thanks, Jake. Much love to all of you guys. Joseph Ashley, John Perillo, Andrew Thomas, Matt Link, Jake Yakavetta, Greg, Liam Evans, Brittany Parker, Mina Gonzalez, Ryan Payne, Christian Hardesty, Mohammed Belstein, and all the people. Jimmy Nails, Amber Coates, all the people. Much love, and I'll see you either Sunday live at the Roxy or definitely for World Girl Sunday. And if not live at the Roxy Sunday, then I'll definitely be back Monday. All right, later.